1970s, and this is Devo with Mongoloid. Jane's Addiction, Just Because, on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. We're all here then.
Oi oi.
About 1:05.
Yeah.
Got 2 hours to go.
I imagine you've got all kinds of treats lined up, Rick.
Well, there's lots of things on the show. Great music. You know, Nirvana, Radiohead, The Darkness, to name but 3.
Can I play you something from Led Zeppelin later?
Yeah, please do. And maybe some Neil Young.
Oh.
Now, coming up also on the show, we're continuing a thing we started. We've only got 4 weeks to go before maybe we either give it all together or go away for a couple of months.
Is it 4 weeks or 3 weeks now?
Is it 3 weeks? Oh, I don't know. I think it's the 16th of August, isn't it?
Cannot end soon enough.
Wow. Might be that it'd be a shame to end it forever, but it's all up to Carl. So, again, he's in a grumpy mood. We've tried to try and up his attitude, and it's them, it's the listener that counts, Carl, not us. We may be feeling bad, but you, the listener, count. You come first, yeah? Okay, up, yeah? Big 'em up. Big up London. Big up you, the listener. Carl, leave yourself at home for a little while, yeah? We're going to continue that thing we started last week. We're doing the list of the most hated people in Britain. It's not us, it's the listener. So we'll keep coming with those suggestions of people you just, obviously, you don't hate them. We don't want a list of mass murderers, dictators and politicians. You can have them, but
mass murderers and politicians, what's the difference?
Good point. Good point.
Satire.
Satire, yeah. No, that's we're doing some jokes like that as well, aren't we?
Satire like that.
We're trying to get onto Radio 4.
Trying to get on there, yeah.
And
if there's any kind of amusing show that perhaps takes a sideways look at the week's news and the new people.
If there are any Radio 4 producers who have been knocking around for about 12 years with the same as a call, we're not interested.
No.
We've
got bigger fish to fry.
yeah.
So if people that you hate, minor celebrities, people on TV, pop stars you don't like, email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
And I'll tell you what, then we'll do like the Channel 4 do, then we'll give you the sort of list of the top 10 at the end, and you can vote within that top 10. I'll tell you the ones out in front
could we wire up some kind of premium rate phone line so that we make a fortune?
We can't afford it, but if when you email in, if you could also maybe send us a lottery ticket, then, you know, we'll make something out of this. The ones in the lead, I'll do in no particular order, but these are the ones way out in front at the moment, is Chris Moyles, Robbie Williams, Chris Tarrant, Davina McCall.
Interesting.
I'm sort of surprised at, but I know that it's probably just
I think she's just been on TV too much lately.
Yeah, that T-shirt annoys me. Big Mother.
Sure.
That annoys me. We don't care. We don't care whether you're pregnant or not. Loads of people have children.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Get on with
it. And Dominic Mohan. So there's I mean, but think of your own.
There's a lot of people just coming up behind there though. Graham Norton. He's just approaching from behind.
Oh, that's the sort of stuff. It's sort of like we've done satire, we've done innuendo. I mean, he's the king of the double entendre. Well, he's the king of the single entendre, but we can double it up if you want.
If anyone
104.9. This is the sort of things we're available. Go on. I'm loving this. This is going to be good. I'm loving what's coming next. What?
If any of the producers of Carry On London are listening and they need some new talent to write some smutty innuendo, I think we're your man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Carl, you better press the knob, right, to start the record. Spunk. Ricky, I know you're a Neil Young fan. Love him.
You probably won't have this album. It has basically not been available for years. It's never been available on CD before. It was part of this kind of trilogy of albums he did that were very depressing, and they've just been re-released. This is absolute dynamite. It's On the Beach. On the Beach, yeah. And that's the opening track, Walk On, Neil Young.
Brilliant. On XFM 104.9. That's the sort of stuff. You've had satire, you've had a little bit of politics. You've had, we said spunk, which is a bit naughty, isn't it? Which is a bit cutting edge. Yeah. And you've had Neil Young and Jane's Addiction, so
I can't think of anything else I'd rather
down with the kids and everything, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty hip, pretty
yeah, so do you know what else? Wish Tony Blair would just stop doing stuff wrong.
Good, that's good. Who else is there to have a go at? Peter Mandelson or someone. No, he's good, isn't he? Because he's good because he's gay, isn't he? I don't know. I don't know
if he is. If he's not, then I'm sorry, but if he is, then well done.
Brilliant. Good to all gay people. Good.
Yeah.
Any underprivileged people, you're all brilliant. But people who are overprivileged,
do you know what I like?
Go on.
Foreigners.
Do you?
All the mad shit they get up to.
Oh, what is
you
it
see
about?
on the news. It's
Yeah.
just that interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, crazy. So I'm watching. I'm going, what are you doing
What
that
is
for?
in that, boy?
It's weird, isn't it?
Killing and that.
Yeah. So if you're listening and you're
And
radio
good
for-
stuff. And good stuff and...
Yeah, well, yeah. Euro Disney, that's good. So anyway, that's the sort of satire and the way we can
Yeah.
kind of tear apart popular culture and just get
Yeah.
to the very nub bit.
Well, can I just leave with this? Do you know my favourite country? Africa.
It is brilliant.
Not
It's-
strictly a
it's huge.
country, but
It is
all
huge.
the countries. Except the bad ones. Remember the bad ones?
All evil ones.
Play a
Yeah.
record. Anyone at Radio 4 is listening.
Yeah, we would like to get on some kind of satire show, please.
Long view and further on XFM 104.9.
Richard Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington.
Yeah.
The Holy Trinity.
Yeah, going well at the moment.
Not bad,
Going
not
well.
bad. You were just talking about foreigners.
Love 'em.
And I'll tell you something, I've been meaning to ask you this for a while, because I know you're a very well-informed man. You're
Yeah,
very-
political and sort of liberal and that.
Yeah. How does Chinese work?
With the language,
I can't figure it out.
no one knows.
I can't figure it out.
No one knows.
It's not like any other language.
No, it's not. It's not.
You know,
Either spoken or written down. Well, it's not written down, it's...
well, when it's written down, it basically looks like kind of little children's drawings of those little paper houses that Chinese people live in.
Well, that's what
You know what I mean?
it
Sort of-
is. It is
And
a
it's
little...
loads of them, it's hundreds of them from what I can make
But I mean,
out.
even French have a go. It's not even the French got right words, but they've got some of
They
the
make
right
their trying to
letters,
sound like
and they're going, "Oh, hello, how are you?" And it's sort of they're trying to do the words, but there's just something wrong. I think it's like a speech impediment. I think.
Exactly, yeah. Germans are similar.
Yeah, Germans are going, "Ah, how are you?" And they're trying to do the words.
trying to
They're
speak
just
English, but it's
whereas
just coming out
Chinese,
of it-
no effort.
It's just, for want of a better word, it sounds, when I listen to Chinese, it sounds like gobbledygook.
That is a dialect.
I
that's
can't-
I think that's the main dialect. That Mandarin and orangutan. But I mean, that.
I can't, but seriously, I mean, I can't figure it out. I've got no grasp of how, because it doesn't seem to relate to anything I've
Well,
ever
there's not
heard.
real words because there are sentences. Like, you know, we have a word. If we said, a gentleman sits by the stream of fish.
I've said it often.
Yeah, we use all the different words to each one of those words, and we've got a word for each of them.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
haven't. They've just got. I think it's like a triangle with a line through it.
Right.
So, which can
right.
get confusing because you know
Yeah, so the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
that's just. That's what I think. That's like a. I think that's like a little paper house with a feather on top.
Right.
But if we got.
Personally, this is what I would love to do. I want to use the fact that we're on the radio to answer these questions possibly.
Yeah, to
I
tell
would
me about
love-
other cultures.
I would love to speak to a Chinese person.
Yeah.
A Chinaman.
Well, or a Chinaman woman.
A Chinaman woman, I thought it's
Yeah.
fine. But I'd just like to speak to someone, ideally perhaps, you know, a professor of Chinese.
Or someone who works in a chip shop, but someone who was actually born in Chinaland.
Someone born in China.
Someone born in Chinaland, a Chinaman or a Chinaman woman, just to talk us through exactly what they're going on about.
Exactly, and it's just because I'm very ill-informed. I've only really seen Chinese people in kung fu movies. You know, so
Chinatown?
Chinatown, walking through Chinatown.
As we've said before.
Not really a town.
Not really a
More
town.
of a novelty street.
More of a novelty street, a slippery novelty street.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
Because I remember watching Kung Fu a lot. They always used to speak, they always speak very slowly, don't they?
they do.
They're very kind of mysterious,
Yeah.
inscrutable.
And they never really said, they are unscrutable.
You cannot screw a
You
Chinaman.
cannot screw a Chinaman or a Chinaman
They are
woman.
unscrutable, they are
They're-
non-scrutable.
Yeah.
If I
yeah.
was to go out in the street now and try and scroot a Chinaman,
You'd have no chance.
I would not, because they are inscrutable.
You could not screw a Chinaman for love nor money.
They are anti-scrutable.
yeah, yeah.
I could possibly scroot a Chinese.
You've had no
But
luck.
anyway, if you are a Chinaman or a Chinaman woman who can just tell us basically how it works, how would you teach us the basics of Chinese if we were going to go to China and we wanted to interact? Where would we start? What would be the first words we would say? How would we say them? How would we write them? Please help.
This is going to run and run.
What's the number, Carl?
08700 800 1234.
See, proper normal talking there from Carl Pilkington.
There's got to be one thing. That's a minute. Whole lot of love from Led Zeppelin classic.
On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant, Carl
We've not
Pilkington.
heard much from Carl this week.
We haven't heard much from anyone who can speak Chinese for us either, so we're not that one on the head. I don't think we'll be learning Chinese today, Steve.
What annoys me is I'm going to go out into the world still ignorant.
I know, yeah. The only Chinese I learned was from Benny Hill.
Benny Hill could speak fluent Chinese.
Well, the only ones I know is you silly idiot is Siri Iria,
Yes.
and bloody foreigners is bloody foreigner.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, that's it's just a matter of it get you by in Peking, but I mean, you come in, you hit a dialect, and you know, your worms meat.
Sure.
Carl, yeah, we haven't heard a lot about from you. We've been going. Yeah, we've done a few features already. We've talked about different parts of the world, different parts of the globe.
Do you speak any languages?
No, not really.
Well, still struggling with English.
Yeah.
Learn a few words. I mean, literally.
So
About 4,000, I think he's got.
I've had a lot of emails actually, people saying, Carl, please don't leave, we don't want to see the show ending, blah 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 blah.
We've had
What
a couple
exactly
of calls bringing back Cheeky Freak of the Week, and do you know what Carl said? He said, a bloke was on the phone and said, oh, bring back Cheeky Freak of the Week. He went can't, not allowed, I don't know, you know. And he went, oh, go on. He went, well, no, I had a story today. A fella born with 2 dicks, but I can't do it. Now, Carl, you cannot not do a feature about a fella born with 2 dicks.
we'll look if we need it. I mean, how much more have you got on the Chinese?
We've done that. We've nailed Chinese. We've done it. That's done. That's put to bed. Fella with 2 dicks, please.
No, we might get round to it later. But like I say, Cheeky Freak of the Week. Sort of, we've put that on hold at the moment.
Sure.
Right.
So what have we got? What
What are you providing then today? Have you got a quiz for us?
Yeah, we've got what's her name if you want. We've got
We've got what?
what's her name?
What's her name?
No, don't
Is that a
help
new
him.
one?
Don't help. Yeah, what's her name? Yeah. What girl am I thinking of?
Songs of Phrase.
Songs of Phrase.
We've got that coming up.
Alright. Monkey News, I
Monkey
guess?
News is safe, isn't
Got
it?
some monkey news that goes out.
I told a bit of Monkey News. I did a photo shoot at the zoo this week, and one of the people in
Trying to
charge.
make yourself look good.
yeah. They told me that they used to have an orangutan, right? But it escaped. It worked out. It lifted up a drain, got out the drains, and got out up into the zoo. It actually did a cold escape, right? And Carl goes, what happened? I said, well, they sort of like, they surrounded it and sort of got it back in. He went, that's no good though. I mean, it's not Monkey News unless it steals a car and goes to Spain.
Exactly, yeah, or opens a small
I mean, that's
bistro.
real. That actually happened.
Yeah.
But it's not real unless it, you know, takes a gun, gets mistaken from a president, and, you know...
Runs the country for 3 years.
There was some more news about London Zoo this week about it. They're all excited because we've got an anteater in there
Right.
this week. So.
Is that good? Is that exciting?
No, I think they've had an okapi born. It's got a long nose. It's like a sort of tapir type thing.
Not interested. Have I said to you before about if an animal is named after what it eats, how interesting is it? Do you know what I mean?
But an anteater is the only one, isn't it?
Well, get rid of them.
No, there's lots, isn't there?
What other ones are there?
Well, there's flycatchers. There's lots of animals that are named after what they eat.
What's a flycatcher?
That's a bird, isn't it?
Seems ill-informed. I can't think of many beyond anteater. You're talking about, because you're talking about zoo though, and I was watching the news last night, and it had a feature about Madame Tussauds.
Oh,
they were
yeah.
saying that they scrapped many of the royal family. Now, I don't mean this, but I've never understood the appeal of Madame Tussauds. I just genuinely, with no irony, cannot see the appeal of sort of having my photo taken next to a waxwork of J-Lo.
I know.
I can't compute why that would be fun. I don't know, what is it? Do they move? Because they don't move, do they?
No,
They
of
just
course they
stand
don't.
there.
I know.
So genuinely, I mean, it's so crowds of people queuing up, and people queuing to have their photo taken with the royals, and I don't...
The queue would put me off immediately.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's just down the road,
But
isn't
is it
it?
so you go home to your friend and go, there's me, there's me with Kylie.
It's
me
not
with Britney
quite, is it?
Spears.
Oh,
No, it's just a wax effigy.
Oh, I thought you met
Yeah.
her.
No, it's just a waxwork.
Right.
It's not even the real person. If you've been to Madame Tussauds, if you have any understanding of why the appeal there, email and tell me, 'cause I have no
let's
understanding.
not diss them, because they might melt down Ricky Tomlinson one day to do me.
Sure,
You never know, you know.
Or Rick Waller.
yeah. So I don't want to put them off.
But seriously, I mean, I'm not being...
You know, Roy Kinnear might be in there.
What is the appeal? Genuinely, what is the appeal? To walk around a number of life.
But that's the same as lookalikes. When I see it at the back of the stage, and it's got like I don't know, Susan Gooding is Caprice.
Yeah.
And you want to go, what do you do with her? Oh, 500 quid, she comes and stands at your party.
Yeah.
And so we'll go, she looks a bit like Caprice. Yeah, don't go too close. She does, yeah.
Is that Caprice over there?
No, but it's...
It looks a bit like...
Yeah.
There was one in the back of the stage which was so-and-so is Jordan. And it was a woman who was sort of buxom girl wearing very little.
Buxom! Are you from the West Country?
I know. I thought to myself, if you're willing to get your knocks out pretending to be Jordan, just get them out in the campaign for your model. Stop pretending to be Jordan.
And call yourself after another Middle Eastern country.
Yeah.
Don't just... Yeah, don't just...
Very odd.
I know. God.
Very strange. But you've got a lookalike now, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's so odd.
But it's a bloke, right? Sort of at his desk, right?
In the picture.
In the picture, and it's David Brent.
Yeah.
And it's got Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
So...
I don't remember, it's just an old fat bloke with a beard.
Alright, don't have a go.
Alright.
Play a record, Carl. I'll leave for that. Go to sleep on XFM 104.9. Don't go to sleep, we've got some more fun and great tunes coming up. Alright?
Just to let you know that we've had a few new entrants on the listeners' hate poll.
I just noticed Chris Evans is cropping up.
Chris Evans has snuck in a couple of times. We've also had Jordan added to the list, along with Mick Hucknall.
I think that's because you reminded people.
I know, I mentioned her and...
Yeah.
Consequently...
Come on,
she's on there.
think.
Mick Hucknall, and also, this is one I'm strongly behind, Daniel Bedingfield. If you've
Yeah,
ever
but I
heard
can't
him
hate
interviewed,
him.
oh, if you've heard him interviewed, he's such a knob.
Is he?
He really is a bit.
Don't get involved. We see the good about this is we don't get involved.
Yeah,
This
true,
is
true.
not... does not necessarily reflect our opinions.
That's
There are a couple of people that are cropping up that I'm right behind, but I'm not going to give that away. So don't give your opinion, Steve, because then our hands are
Do you
clean.
know what I love?
Who?
Bedingfield. He's bloody brilliant.
Do you know what I think is a comedy genius?
Go on.
Chris Miles. But let's move on. Let's not.
So anyway, listen, we'll be giving the top 10 of you, the listeners, votes. Probably about 2 o'clock, and then from that list we can,
If we remember.
if we remember,
If Carl doesn't lose the list.
yeah,
Yeah.
and from that list we'll probably try and draw up the top 3 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so quiz time. I know everyone's been looking forward to this. Which quiz is it
Well, we're
this
going to
week?
play along because he's done Songs of Phrase where he cuts up bits and pieces from records. You have to guess the title or the artist, and makes a well-known phrase, i.e. a phrase that we've said a lot. And the challenge is that me and Steve have got to try and work out what it is as well before we will tell you the phrase, but let me just see if I can guess. Play it.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Play the game of swing.
Right, I know what that is.
I didn't hear it. Can you play it once more for me?
Right. I know what that is. Right, it's why don't they play the game of swing ball? Because that's what he said when he turned on and saw people in wheelchairs playing tennis.
And his point was,
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Play the game of swing.
oh dear.
That is so naughty. This show's been a bit naughty, I think. I don't know what's happened to us. I think it's like sort of end of term sort of madness. But I think we've got to calm down here. We're a bit naughty there. We said, you know, bloke with 2 dicks. We said Chinese people don't talk properly, which is a little bit
Offensive.
yeah. You know what I mean, Carl?
Well, they don't know.
Right. Okay. Let's leave it now.
Okay, stop there, Carl. Carl does not necessarily reflect the opinions of XFM or any other human being.
If you think that me and Steve have been being offensive, we are strongly behind the guise of irony, satire, and ignorance. Carl only has ignorance and hate.
Yes.
No, but as long as you say something good about someone, you can also say something bad about them.
How does that work?
Go on and give us an example.
Well, Chinese,
Yeah.
yeah, great people, right?
Good.
Really, the women really good looking as younger people.
No!
They
What
get
are you
older.
doing?
I'm just saying, as long as you know what I mean, there's good and bad and everything.
For every
Well, what are the
positive
old
and
ones
negative.
like?
They don't age well.
What do you mean?
The fella in Karate Kid, the teacher, was only about 36.
We started this. We started this. Oh.
Fact. So, songs of phrase, email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, right?
I mean, I have to say, Carl, it's very tricky this week. You've got some very obscure sounding songs there.
Yeah, just all we want is the artists.
I think just the song, Carl, mate.
I
No,
think
actually, that's hard. No, that's hard. Yeah, the artist.
Just the artist, I know.
Okay, so these are the prizes this week.
Well, let's play it again so they can hear it. Try and work out all the different artists.
Yeah, why don't they play
the game of
the game of swing ball?
Right.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Play the game of swing.
Right.
That's tricky.
It is tricky.
That is tricky.
That is good.
But there's some great prizes, including, Carl, I can't